maybe one that you would believe that it might help somebody to hear how you struggled and maybe overcame that struggle?
I guess the first thing that comes to mind is, I have some health struggles.
Hey, you! Here's an awesome story from our archives. This is the People's Podcast2. I'm the Y guy, and you are our Y.
I think in some type of way, I struggle a little bit every day.
I just pray and then put my effort into whatever thing I want to put it into.
Communication is the key to success. I mean, that's what they say.
Absolutely. Yeah, unity is so important.
You are our Y.
I'm Austin. I'm here at Christian Reformed Church in Ellsworth with
Elton.
All right, how you doing today?
Good.
Good. So, service just ended. What brings you to Ellsworth?
Well, I did grow up here, spent some time in Chicago, but a job opportunity came back here just shortly before I got married. So that's been 30 some odd years ago.
Okay.
And pretty much been here ever since. So.
Okay. And how do you earn a living? Does that have anything to do with why you're here?
It used to be. I used to work for electric utility nearby, and now I work out of my home doing a very similar job. So that started about 5.5 years ago. So I have the opportunity to live most any place I want, but
so you picked here then?
Yeah, with the to work from home and to live here. There is during Florida, or during the summer, Florida is always a very attractive option. So.
Oh yes, cool. So you kind of split time then?
Starting to try to figure out how to do that. Yes.
Very good. I'm sure that's nice. You're not of snowbird age yet, but maybe you'll become one, huh?
Learn how to practice to be one. Yes.
All right. Do you believe that you have experienced trouble or struggles at any point in your life?
Oh yeah, everyone has experienced struggles. I've had struggles. Yes.
Is there one that you maybe wouldn't mind sharing, and maybe one that you would believe that it might help somebody to hear how you struggled and maybe overcame that struggle?
I guess the first thing that comes to mind is, I have some health struggles, and those struggles, it's a daily, weekly, monthly battle, and some days are good, some days aren't. But just knowing that there's strength. If I was to depend on my own strength, I probably wouldn't be here. But
now, so it's maybe not something that you go at alone. Who do you reach out for and support? Is it other people or God or both? Or
yeah, I mean, there's been my relationship with God. I mean, knowing I can rely on Him and that this frail body someday will not feel so painful. But also, I've found friends that are in the same sort of situation, and we can lean on each other at times. So.
Yeah. Well, I do happen to believe that there is a huge power that's in communication, and would you agree with that? Do you believe in that?
Absolutely, yeah.
And also, how do you feel about unity?
Unity is so important, and I've seen where unity, working for electric utility, the unity that occurs when there's a big storm, where a lot of people are working very hard together to try to restore power back to customers. I mean, that's kind of like an example I can use to show that people, when they have a common focus, that unity can easily be brought together and strong. But then when people start focusing on themselves, when things are slower, that's when unity can break down.
Yep. Okay, well, kind of speaking to that, actually, that was, I believe that answer lends itself to this, which is, just kind of with the state of the world and kind of what the level of unity is that we have around the world, and it's strong at times and it breaks down at times, and do you think that maybe unity is kind of part of the recipe that we're lacking, that we need for?
Yes, but at the same token, there's been disunity forever. Just where that disunity has shown up. And maybe when we talk about a common cause, World War II, the nation probably seemed more unified based on, I didn't experience it directly, but from what we read and hear and see, that the nation was unified during that struggle.
Yep.
It's when things are calmer and people think more about themselves that the disunity comes up. So like this recent struggle with, say, COVID,
Yep.
Part of what I see with disunity is accurate information. So many times
I would agree.
information is inaccurate. And when I worked for the utility, I was responsible for the Y2K issue, year 2000.
Interesting. Yep.
So year 2000, going into it, obviously from my understanding and knowledge, I was 99% sure everything was going to be fine, but you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
And I really struggle with people who had these firm beliefs that they knew exactly that it was going to be, maybe I've heard a few people knew that they knew it was going to be the end of the world.
Yep.
That it was ushering in the second coming of Christ at that time. And being a Christian, it's like, I don't know for sure exactly what's going to happen either. But
Right.
my faith is that no matter what happens, God will still be there for
Yep.
us.
And it's not our job to assert when
Yeah.
those events occur, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I won't go into detail, but I struggle with people around me, applying the same thing to the situations of today. Just they're so certain that a certain time is near, and
Yeah. And it's been that way a long time. When I was younger, you could have bought the book for 88 reasons why the world was going to end in 1988, or Christ was coming in 1988.
Okay.
I mean, people always have their options. It's just today it's a little easier for those people that have outlandish ideas to have their ideas be repeated.
Right.
It's easier with technology these days for that to occur.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it would be my hope that the utility of our technology can be found to cultivate the things that we've talked about. Just the power in communication and the feeling of unity and fellowship when we're low and times seem low.
Yeah.
I'd like to see technology used to accentuate the good ways that we can create bonds between people.
Yeah.
So
And I've always used technology. That's my life. That's what I do. So.
yeah. Well, I very much appreciate you chatting, and just for clarity, can I get your name one more time?
Yeah, Elton.
Elton. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We're low.
Thank you for watching this interview. We hope and pray that this story could help you, encourage you, or inspire you to take action in any way. We challenge you to see yourself in every interviewee, and we challenge you to get out and talk to one new person every single day. If this impacted your life in any way, please like, share, and subscribe. We're posting one new video every single day, Monday through Saturday. Thank you so much for your time. This is the People's Podcast, We're praying for you always.
Man, that's deep.